Ben, there's one thing I gotta know.
Yeah.
Who's the hottest member of the Bad
Hunter.
Batch?
Hunter, 100%. Don't even have to think about it.
Yeah. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to On the Bright Side. I am Daniel. I'm joined by Ben.
Hello.
And we're back with the Padre Batch. Last time we had a very good episode that, might be one of my favorite episodes of animated Star Wars ever. It's up there.
It was very good.
But this time, we're probably going to be switching back over from Crosshair back to the normal Bad Batch to see what they're doing. This episode's called Faster. I have no idea what that means, but we should get into it. If you're excited for today's episode of the Bad Batch, then do me a favor and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications to be notified of when the next episode of the Bad Batch comes out. This season is shaping up to be quite interesting. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god. Faster. Bit will never get old. I like it, and that's the most important thing. Literally, you don't, though.
Now you owe me 2 cartons of Mantel mints.
Is that what the popcorn shit is called?
Probably. I'm gonna try it, though. It seems like it's really good.
You know it is, actually at Disney, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not actual space food.
No.
Maybe it'll be fun.
Works for me.
It's never fun. It's always life-threatening, never fun.
I am beginning to understand the need for added security in a place like this.
It's pretty seedy. It's a racetrack.
Now this is pod racing.
It kind of looks like pod racing would be more accurate descriptor of this sport. Mm-hmm. They do look like pods.
Racer, Teo.
Teo!
Greetings, boss lady.
Oh.
Did you enjoy the show? It's impressive, wasn't it? Did you see me out there?
Your ringer is
All right.
a droid.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You have a problem with droids, human?
Yes,
You
a
think
little bit.
You can make the split-second calculation to one out there?
All right, I'm gonna need to see who voices this robot.
Excuse me, I can't talk right now. It's time I prepare for the next.
It's a robotic John Mulaney.
They were not
I'm just excited to see Tech race one of these.
Yeah,
Imagine this is the episode Tech dies.
Impressive, is it not?
not the last time where he had a broken leg.
An artist.
Veteran scale back.
Oh god. Lots of characters, huh? I'm sorry, do you have a tusk beard?
Not gonna introduce me to your new crew? You think your droid can beat my champ? Yeah.
Yes.
What's he saying?
You do not want to know.
Oh no, curse words.
In my Disney Star Wars show, how dare you?
The better racer.
You think they're gonna sabotage Teo? Oh god, C-3PO's dead. Oh my god. Yeah!
Do not take the left tunnel. What's wrong with the left tunnel? It's a death trap.
This whole race is a death trap.
True.
Get him in the crunch.
What does a crunch mean? How get out? Oh god. This is just rude. What do you want him to do? Oh god.
Not the legs.
It just disintegrated. Another example of if this were a person.
This speeder is in bad shape, but
Really?
salvageable.
Yeah, to collect Sid.
No.
Wait. How much does she owe?
I'm wondering that.
You got, kid.
One last race. If you win, we pay you double.
Tech has to prove himself.
No.
I keep Sid as collateral.
With a few more adjustments, he may be capable of racing.
That is hilarious. Ha ha ha. I am more than capable. I am ready to. Where are my arms and legs?
I just feel like I recognize his voice so much.
Rumor has it the last sponsor who failed to pay Malegi is now taking a permanent pit stop in the eastern sand dune.
Which is why
I hear they're beautiful this time of year.
And save
Teo, more like Teo's me some money, apparently. That was a bad one. I can think of a better one. Teo, oh my god.
Not interested in old times. I've changed.
Those outcasts you're hanging out with will get to know the real Sid.
Oh ho. I mean, we don't know much about Sid.
They were totally fuck buddies.
Sure. But, I mean, like, her entire integrity rests on the fact that she used to do deals with the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I am analyzing the course and patterns of the races. It is fascinating.
Calculations won't help you. It is all about strategy and skill, of which you have zero.
text,
It would be
right.
wise to divert power to the reflector shields from your primary weapon system.
Open your eyes, human. If you want to win out there,
Hmm.
offense is the best. Period.
Oh my god.
We have a wipeout down in the pit.
I don't know if he's getting up from that one.
I can't fucking believe this shit. Ben, say the line. What does he need?
He needs some milk.
Regret.
Oh my god. He's actually dead.
We have to do something.
No shit, Omega.
I will be the racer.
What?
Whoa.
Who could have
would've
seen this
thought-
coming?
I had no idea this was gonna happen.
Remember when I said Tech probably is like the least interesting?
Oh, yeah,
Tech or Echo? He's putting in work this season so far.
One of the Star Wars people that I follow, I found out that he's a tech fanboy.
Yeah, well after rewatching the first season, I feel like I was too hard on Tech.
Man does literally carry the entire team.
I guess out of all of them, Tech does have a pretty unique personality, so. Alright, let's see how this race goes.
What place is he in?
Last. But he's catching up.
Don't worry, he's gonna get like a bullet bill and get to like third place.
Your shields are overheating.
Yes, I am allowing for adequate energy to be distributed from weapons to shields.
Pig, they're all over you.
Well, you know,
I need more speed.
I need more speed.
They were slowing me down.
Alright.
I now have increased speed.
I mean,
maneuverability.
Now that's great, but you're
Tech's gonna win, right?
Yeah.
I know the characters don't know that, but have faith in our boy.
But we can't make it jump.
Will if I'm going fast enough.
I have a need for speed. Ooh. Alright, that's some cool shit. He's dead. He's very dead. Alright, in second place. What's the plan here?
Been around the loop.
Ah, with this shit again. Nice. Ah! Tech right. Get fucked.
You sound surprised.
And not in like they used to be fucked buddies kind of way. Everyone's all like, "What will you do now?" Literally leave.
Yes, I would agree.
I'll make it up to you.
You do owe us one.
Come on.
You've repeatedly owed us one.
you three.
Yes.
Sid, it doesn't always go both ways.
She seems pretty fine so far.
Yeah, but there's obviously a backstory that we don't know about.
Yeah. She used to be Darth Plagueis the Wise. Ben Schwartz. Ah. That makes sense.
Where do I know Ben Schwartz from?
He plays Sonic in the Sonic movie.
Ah.
He's also just a pretty famous comedian. Anyway, that was an episode.
Thought it was very good.
Yeah.
It felt more fillery than...
Yeah, well, kind of like after... This is my thing with Bad Batch, is that, like, every episode could be like the last one, but they don't want it to be.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like... I get it, but I don't.
Yeah. Like, it was a good episode, don't get me wrong. But, like, why not have more of the last episode?
Yeah. Sports in Star Wars is interesting. So I don't mind it.
No.
It's just like if you're gonna do this episode, like we didn't have any like plot stuff happen. Just besides like Sid might not be the person that you think she is.
Mm-hmm.
And while that's an interesting tidbit, I wish we learned a little bit more about it in this episode rather than just like hinting at it. It feels like Dave Filoni, it's hard for him to not do episodic stuff.
Yeah.
But I would like to see more overarching plot from this show.
Yeah.
That being said, Teo was funny. The racing was cool. Oh god, I'm out of things to say already, it feels like.
Well, I mean, it's hard because, you know, I wouldn't say a lot happened this episode.
Yeah.
Which, again, you know, is what it is. I won't complain about pod racing.
Yeah. We could talk about how... Why didn't they use pod racing?
This definitely seemed like a more safer version of the form.
Yeah.
Or, like, a lower class.
But
Like, could have been, like, F2 in regards to, like, F1.
Yeah.
Class before it.
I was talking to Ben about how, like, it's crazy that, like, pod racing was such a good scene in episode 1 that it spawned a video game.
Yep.
And then nothing else. We've never like had more pod racing beyond like that video game in episode 1. I mean, we've been back to that pod racing track in like Visions, but like
Also one of, if not the hardest level ever in LEGO Star Wars.
the new Lego Star Wars or the older ones?
No, and not even like the complete saga. I'm talking about like the original LEGO Star Wars. Like
Oh
from,
yeah,
like,
the original.
Like,
I never played the original, but I have seen that one and I know it plays very different. Like
it took me forever as a kid. And I mean like days upon like weeks.
in Lego Star Wars the complete saga, they actually have like an extra level that is the original version.
Yes, I forgot that is in there. Yeah, it's
And
that
yeah,
one.
it sucks.
Yeah, it's miserable.
And then they fixed it in the complete saga to make it actually playable. And then in the Skywalker saga, it's probably one of the more difficult levels.
Yeah.
But it's first person. It's like the only like first person level, and it's pretty cool, but
Yeah.
I remember having to do that one multiple times as well. Now we're just talking about Star Wars video games. Pod racing has really only made appearances in video games, and it's a shame. Do you think we're gonna get to a point in Star Wars where we run out of characters to give their own shows, and we're just gonna be like the pod racing show?
Probably not.
I've thought of something we can talk about. Kind of. I didn't watch the new trailer for The Mandalorian.
Neither did I.
And I don't plan to, because I want to be surprised.
Yep.
But I have seen some screenshots on Twitter.
Yep. Same. On
Um,
Twitter.
and I've also seen there is a couple of people, and by a couple I mean like maybe like 50% of the audience who watched The Mandalorian that did not watch the Book of Boba Fett. And are very confused as to why Grogu is back.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's funny.
it is funny. But let's talk about this.
Okay.
The Book of Boba Fett was framed as like a spin-off to The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So it stands to reason that they would expect Mandalorian fans to watch that one.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people did not. And some people have been like, well, why didn't they do that? That kind of seems on them. And I've seen some responses that said, well, the Book of Boba Fett is bad. And it's like, well, how would you know that, first of all, before watching it? If you watched it, then you might know it's bad. I mean, our opinions is that it's probably the worst live-action show that they've made. But it's not awful.
Yeah. It was just a very, very huge missed opportunity.
Yeah. But I do kind of sympathize with when that episode of the Book of Boba Fett came out, and it was like all Mando stuff. I was all like, this is weird. I don't know why they wouldn't advertise that. First of all, because they know people are gonna not everyone's gonna watch this. But they put so many important plot points to the next season in there. It was a really strange thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we were watching that episode, we were all like, this is a good episode. But it rubbed us the wrong way. We were all like, but why is it here?
Yeah.
So, to anyone out there that hasn't watched the Book of Boba Fett, first of all, I don't think there's a lot of people who are watching this video who somehow found the YouTube channel reacting to the Bad Batch who have not seen the Book of Boba Fett. But you should go watch it. It's slightly interesting. If nothing else, watch the last 2 episodes. But the way that they resolve certain plot points from Mandalorian in the Book of Boba Fett just feels really bad. I don't know about you, but I expected an entire season for them to be apart, where Grogu would be training and Mando would be doing other stuff, and then they would reunite at some point. Just 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett. It kind of just makes the very emotional ending of The Mandalorian Season 2 feel not as impactful. In my opinion, that's the worst crime that the Book of Boba Fett committed, was it made The Mandalorian somehow a weaker series to me. That being said, The Mandalorian's still great, and I will be very excited to watch that when it comes out. I mean, Ben, we got Mandalorian Season 3, Ahsoka. What else do we have this year? The Skeleton Crew? Is that this year? The Acolyte? Anyway, we got a lot of good looking Star Wars coming out. And I hope that they learned. This is a pretty big Twitter thing that I've seen of people being like, wait, when did they get back together?
Yeah.
So I hope that maybe Disney Star Wars will learn Lucasfilms to not cross over the shows so much.
I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, look at Marvel. I mean,
So
we just watched Doctor Strange Monday, and
Yep.
you wouldn't understand any of that if you didn't watch WandaVision.
yeah.
And that's a whole movie, not even a TV show.
Yeah, so the question really is, do you think that should be done with Star Wars? And I feel like there's a lot of Star Wars stuff now that they're expanding more on it, that you have to know things that came before it. You can't imagine watching Kenobi without watching any movie. It'd be like, what is this series about? Ahsoka, you're not going to understand if you haven't watched Rebels. I just think that they should not resolve plot points from other shows unless it's a direct sequel.
Yeah, in that regard, I agree.
I think they should have at least disclosed somewhere that the Mandalorian would be in the Book of Boba Fett.
There probably will be a recap at the beginning of Mando that goes into that.
Yeah, maybe. And there's also just a large amount of Marvel hate, so if Marvel does anything, even if they do a successful cinematic universe, now everyone's all like, oh, cinematic universes suck and I hate them and I don't want them anymore. If you liked this episode and are excited for more Star Wars stuff like me, the Mandalorian trailer get you hype, Let me know by leaving a like or commenting. And you can also subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, because I will continue to watch Star Wars stuff for the rest of my life. I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Until next time, take it easy.